Hey everyone, David Morrison back with our Tennessee 2025 opponent preview videos. And now we have come to the Arkansas Razorbacks. Tennessee will take on Arkansas on October the 11th at Neyland Stadium. Up to this point, Tennessee would have already had played two conference games in Georgia and Mississippi State and three non-conference games at this point. So now this is a big one, kind of a revenge game for the Vols. As you remember, last year, Tennessee was ranked number 4 in the country, went to Fayetteville and got upset by Arkansas. And of course, if you follow along with the Tennessee Arkansas series, this is a team that we normally don't play a whole lot ever since they've joined the SEC. I mean, we probably played over a dozen times against them, but this is a team that always gives us fits, especially when we go to Fayetteville, but they return home. And it's been a while since we beat them at home, too. I think last time maybe was when Darren McFadden was there, so that was in the 2000s. So, but focusing on the 2025 Arkansas Razorbacks, Arkansas last year 7-6 on the year, won the Liberty Bowl over Texas Tech. Just an up and down season for Sam Pittman, and of course, bringing back Bobby Petrino as offensive coordinator, which was a kind of a head scratcher, but it seems like everything's working out fine. He's back as OC. Just this is a big year for Sam Pittman, and especially just a wacky offseason, losing a ton of guys to the transfer portal, pretty much lost his entire wide receiver room, and now looking to just find something. I mean, even the offensive line, a lot of guys were gone too. But let's talk about, who is back for Arkansas. The big one that came back, I guess, is the quarterback, Taylon Green. Last year, Taylon Green started most of the season, got hurt a little bit. Matter of fact, got hurt against us, and that's when Nelson came in towards the end of that game and led Arkansas for the win. But Taylon Green's back, and he's got some brand new teammates, the likes of 7 new wide receivers, and running back room. Braylon Russell returns back at running back, although their top rusher went to the NFL. I think their top 2 rushers, I believe, went to the league. And I think one went to Texas or something like that. They did pick up Mike Washington. The transfer portal came from New Mexico State. And I forgot the other school he was at. And then, as I mentioned, the offensive line, a lot of new guys on the line, 2 new tackles, a center. Their guards are back, though. So it does add some protection. The defense, while they lost a lot on defense, they actually still managed to have 9 returning either starters or 9 returning players. So that is a little bit a relief, especially if you look at Arkansas's depth chart. And I usually look at their depth chart on Outlands, and with the transfer portal, they have highlighted in different colors. So, and the ones that return back are in blue. So it's kind of a nice, change of pace of seeing more blue names and highlight names. But anyways, I digress. Xavier Sorsey returns back for Arkansas. So kind of the mentality for this game for Tennessee, like I said, it's a revenge game. Tennessee usually does pretty good in these quote-unquote revenge games, especially at home. We saw it, a couple of years ago when South Carolina came to Knoxville and Tennessee, picked up a huge win over them. And, it feels kind of that way too. I mean, this is a huge year for Sam Pittman. I guess you could say a contract year of, to try to stay on board. Like I said, just a rough offseason for this team with the transfer portal, kind of like all the other teams are. But it seems like Arkansas got hit the worst of all the teams in the SEC, maybe even college football. So trying to manage that. But, for Josh Heupel and company, just find a way to take care of business. You should know how your team should be at this point. You might have Jermod McCoy back by this point. I mean, there's no timetable for McCoy. It could be, the Alabama game, which will be the next video we'll preview, or it could be this game, or it could be earlier. So you should have somewhat of a healthy team, at least hopefully have a healthy Jermod McCoy back by this point, although we'll see what happens as time goes on. But, this should be, like I said, for Tennessee, the defense really, I mean, they've stepped up huge, obviously, last year, 6th in the nation in total defense. But, this is a game that You want to limit Taylon Green as much as you can. He's a dual threat guy. We saw it last year. Matter of fact, I thought Tennessee did fairly well with him. Unfortunately, got hurt in the game and then wasn't adjusted to the backup. So hopefully Tennessee can come out and be ready. And, like I said, this is a school in Arkansas that the Vols doesn't have a lot of wins. They have some wins, but, not more in recent years. And it's a team that's always just been a thorn to the side for the Vols. So, we'll see what happens in this contest between Tennessee and Arkansas as we kind of move forward into the season. But that's kind of a quick look at Arkansas. It's a preview of them. And like I said, we'll continue on with these videos each and every day. We usually release them around 4 o'clock Eastern time on our Vol Society social media pages. And we got another huge preview coming up as we preview the third Saturday in October in the next video. That's right. It's Alabama. So until next time, this is David Morrison